Yo, Big Cash back up in here. Meek Mill has responded to Luce Cannon's allegations of juking him in a club and taking his necklace. Y'all remember he said, "You gave it up, Sugar Plum. You gave it up." Shout out to KB Goes Live, man, putting in that work. We about to react to this video, and I will leave a link in the description. Y'all know I'm like holding y'all. Without further ado, let's get it.
Team needs a bag. So what we do, walk in the club. You had like 9 of your homies. It was like 30 of us. The security moved to the side. I said, Meek, you know what's this about? You started taking it off and handing it to me. You were polite about it, Sugar Plum. You was polite.
Sugar
Plum, you was polite. I hear Rose. Hey, look. I got this. You got this artist you pumping. You don't want this to get out. We need 50. He brought 52, Crenshaw, and 48. He brought that money. He brought it fast. And when he brought it, I hit Big Useless and said, we on our way. Gave Meek Mill his stuff back and left.
All right, so it looks like we got Meek Mill going off on Luce Cannon after this story of Luce Cannon extorting Rick Ross for $50,000 has started gaining some traction online. The story basically was that Luce Cannon was working for Big U. Big U was wanting to extort Rick Ross when he was in LA. Rick Ross brought his artist to LA with him, Meek Mill. Luce Cannon went and robbed Meek Mill and extorted this money from Rick Ross. Not only did we see Luce Cannon admitting to that in the clip at the beginning of this video, but we also seen this mentioned in the complaint against Big U, the indictment. Right in there, it tells the story of Williams, who is Luce Cannon, committing this crime. Now, in the indictment, they actually didn't use the clip from the beginning of this video. They used a clip from the No Jumper podcast where,
hey, look, that's crazy because he's everywhere telling the same story. Like, I don't think somebody gonna make up something and then keep saying the same exact story every time. It's like, I don't know. That's a hell of a lie. It's like you gotta write that down. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Luce Cannon was up there with Whack 100, right? This was another time when Luce Cannon told this story. I think this was actually the first time that he told this story, and that's what they make mention of in the indictment. That interview was removed from the No Jumper platform after Big U sent a cease and desist to them, right? But despite that, the clip still exists online because it's the internet. Nothing ever leaves the internet.
Yeah, Big U thought it was gonna be gone. Big U said, "Oh, yeah. Once I sense a disease, it's gone off the internet for good." Boys, he wrong.
Internet once it's on here, and so they used this story that he told on No Jumper as proof of
somebody told you wrong, punk.
Crime being committed in that criminal complaint.
Of course,
and kept you out of it.
Of course, he did that to when I did that to Meek Mills and Rick Ross.
What'd you do to them?
So,
the club, when you sweated them in the club?
Yeah.
Dude, and Meek and Rick have no idea that Draw sent you at them.
Yeah. No, yeah, they sent that because I called Ross. I'm like, Ross,
boy, this shit getting crazy.
Drop off the 50,000 and we're going to let Meek live on crib. So Ross dropped off the 50,000. And so me and the homies, we go back. He stopped answering the phone. He stopped picking up and shit like that. And we were like, what you doing? Like 2 days later, he called me. He was like, oh, nephew, where you at? And I'm like, nigga, where my money at? And he was like, oh, I needed it for bills.
Right, so that was like the first time that he told this story. That was on No Jumper. That's the part that was in the indictment, right? And Luce Cannon swears that this is a real story. This is a true story, that this really happened. Because like I said, he's told this story on numerous occasions. He added more detail to it when he went on Academics podcast and talked about it. And I promise we're going to get into Meek Mill responding to him. But y'all listen, because Luce swears to God that this story actually happened. And it was noted in the indictment against Big U. It's part of the reason why Luce was arrested in the first place.
So Meek is in the club, like he's up there like, yo, hold on, wait a minute. Y'all thought I was finished and y'all just tapped him on the shoulder. I just want to know. This shit crazy.
Cuz didn't even get to that part. He walked in.
He didn't even get to the intro. God damn it.
He walked in. As soon as he walked in or whatever, all the security that was with him, they spent around and grabbed Cuz. Like, bro, stop. Get on the phone with Ross.
Honey, all right, that's enough now. We're not going to tell all the details.
No, we got to hear this one.
I said, get on the phone with Ross.
Now, this one will go viral. What?
Get on the phone with Ross, neighborhood Crip. So he got on the phone with Ross. I took on the phone with Ross.
Wait. So he didn't start like squaring up, trying to swing and nothing like that?
And what?
You grabbed him by the shoulder like you put your hands on a grown man. He from the trenches.
Like this.
He from the trenches.
Yeah, I know. A nigga from the trenches. But nah, it don't work like that.
So he called Rick Ross.
Yeah.
Right there in the club.
Yeah. And then Ross.
Imagine if his cell reception was bad. Fuck.
You stupid.
Listen, the crazy part about it is.
So imagine Ross ain't pick up. Like, all right, so he called Ross. Why'd you have him call Ross? This is crazy.
Because we needed that bag, or because
he owed y'all money.
No, he didn't owe no money. We took the money.
Oh, this was extortion. Oh shit.
It's not extortion.
Ken, all right.
See, yeah, we don't want.
See, she being smart about it. Where's the interview where somebody gonna be like, I do you the same way, ninja? You keep asking me these questions. Where's those ninjas at? Where's the street ninjas that if you ask them too many questions, they'll turn it around on you? Them ninjas don't exist no more. Y'all know what ninjas I'm talking about? Yeah, those ninjas, them ninjas used to exist. If you ask them a little too many questions, they're turning and flipping around on you. I think them ninjas is extinct. Yeah, I think them ninjas is extinct.
Yeah, I might have to probably bail him out after this interview.
We don't want to.
No. We just say Meek Mill stench on him. It's fine. Meek ain't gonna tell.
Look, we don't want to get the extortion part. It was just a business transaction.
How much y'all charge him?
50. What's that?
50,000?
Yeah.
Nah, we squabbling in there. What? Yeah. Wait, how many of y'all was it? Was just you?
No, it was probably about like 50 of us.
50 of y'all?
Damn.
1,000 per person. Nigga, all right, cool. Y'all might get that 50. Damn, he was hot as hell, right? Wait. So who? I'm pretty sure like Ross hasn't answered to this. Meek neither. They're probably saying this nigga lying.
But if this is true, 50 guys, right? And it was later discovered that Big U didn't share the money with them. So Rick Ross had called Big U. They got in contact, whatever. Rick Ross dropped the 50K off. Big U turns around and say, nah, man, I need the money for bills. Bruh. $50,000 worth of bills? Nah, man.
All right, we ain't send this nigga no money. How did y'all receive the cash?
Cash.
They gave you cash money.
Yeah. No, they ain't gonna say nobody lying. That's why Meek.
He didn't get no money. In all the other interviews, he said that Big U took the money and didn't share it with them.
And Nipsey became cool after that situation because they started using the same PR. So Meek got smart and started hitting Nipsey up, and that's why the Big U feud kept going with Nipsey.
Oh, so that's kind of like, yo, if I'm cool with Nipsey, now the homies from Road 60s ain't gonna keep tapping me on the shoulder and asking for the bag because now I'm kind of tapped in.
Yeah.
Right, so he gave some more details right there in that interview, including saying that this is the reason why Nipsey and Big U continued to beef. Nipsey and Big U were beefing because I guess Big U was trying to extort Nipsey to a degree. Black Sam stepped in and was like, nah, they got into a little back and forth at one point in time. Luce Cannon is in this interview saying the reason why it continued to go was because Meek Mill was trying to tap in with Nipsey instead of with Big U. I don't know how solid that claim is, but as y'all can see, he's been...
That's another situation where DJ Khaled, Nip brought DJ Khaled to the hood and Big U didn't approve of it. Big U want Khaled to go through him and pay that fee. Need that bread. Where's the bread? Nip was like, you know what? We'll shoot the video somewhere else.
been standing on that claim for quite some time. Well, yesterday, this article right here was posted with the title that says Meek Mill was allegedly held hostage by LA Crips and asked Rick Ross to pay $50,000 ransom. And Meek Mill seeing this article going viral, and he responded to it with this tweet right here. In the tweet, he says, "This guy must be using this story to confuse his indictment because I never seen him before. I would have put him to God's test on the spot. I never even met Buddy, but I don't negotiate with fake thugs. Ask him what chain he took because all my chains some LOL. My watches all $300,000 and up vibes." So basically, Meek Mill is like, look, I don't know what this dude is talking about, bro. That ain't never happened to me. He continued, he sent this tweet out in response to somebody that said, "I ain't gonna lie, I never heard this story before last week. I did be tuned in to sounding crazy because he said he had bodyguards and they turned around and he snatched him up in the club, so they ain't turned back around." And Meek responded to that. He said, "It's a real world LA dudes that respect the shit out of how I carry myself in an open arms. Where you at to build my people up? I don't care where you from. That's why you seen me around Nipsy and others. We are men of respect and honor." Boy, I swear, sometimes trying to read Meek Mill tweets, man, my God needs a college
I couldn't do it. I can't read this stuff. I cannot.
class. Anyways, he continued. He said, "Me, Nipsey, YG, Mustard, and a few others made sure we didn't follow the East Coast, West Coast narrative. I changed my life by blessings, but I always been down to meet up with fake street bullies in abandoned areas where it's no civilians so I can take their heart." So we got Meek Mill adamantly denying any claims that Luce Cannon has made about taking his chain.
I don't know, but this is the thing. Why would Meek Mill come out now? He been making these claims on podcasts. Are you coming out now because he's locked up? Or is it because the narrative is going viral now? Because he been saying this. Clearly, it's all over the internet. I think it's because it's gaining popularity now. It's gaining some notoriety. So he's like, oh, hell no. I got to clear my name. And he locked up. I'm about to talk a lot of shit. What y'all think, man? Did Luce Cannon really do that? Or Meek Mill? I think he did it, man. I ain't gonna lie. I think he knew the security guards. When he said them security guards turned around, I think some of them security guards be gang banging too. I think some of them security guards is rolling 60s as well. Yeah, that's how they be maneuvering out in them streets like that and getting away with stuff. A lot of these people are, they like, I think it was Wack 100 who said like, yeah, we got them working at the airport and everything. Yeah, I think it's like that. So yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think. Shout out to KB Goes Live. I'm gonna leave a link in the description. Big Kish signing out. I'm gone, y'all.